Hey everybody, it's Jeremy here. So I'm on Ishizu playing my fairy deck. This is probably the final build for right now till a new set or more cards come out. This is probably the final build I'll play. I've play tested this deck in ranked and in auto battles before, so I'm not going to do it in this video, but I am going to talk about the changes I made in this deck and what's new to it. I'm using the same skill, which is Fairy Smile. This deck runs off of Fairy Smile pretty well. So if you normally draw a Fairy type monster card during the draw phase, this card is shown to your opponent and you recover 500 LP. So every time you draw a Fairy, that's 500 HP. Or LP, whatever you want to say. So it adds up pretty quick on your draw phase. It's only during your draw phase. And then if you play like Solemn Wishes, I mean, you don't have to play Solemn Wishes, but if you play Solemn Wishes, that's 1,000 if you have that on the field. You like draw into a fairy. The difference is Solemn Wishes, every time you draw a card or cards, you gain 500. So that's the difference. But alright, so new additions to this deck I will talk about in a second. So I'm going to look over the old ones real fast here. We are playing 3 Air Knights still, and we are playing Sphere Karibo, 1 of still. We are also playing 3 Daglas. We're playing 2 Solemn Wishes still. We're playing 1 Burning Land still. 1 Soul Exchange still. We're playing Mirror Wall still as well. So the thing that only has changed is we've taken out a couple things. I believe it's Venus. We've taken out the Venuses. And we took out something else, but I don't remember what it is. So, sorry. We're still playing 1 Zolga too. 1 Zolga. It's just a nice tribute card, and then you get 2,000 life points if you can get it off quick. Okay, so we're going to look at these other cards here. So we put another Dark Witch in here, so we have 2 now. Really nice card to have in this deck. And we are also playing 2 Asura Priests, and they are really well too, especially if you have stuff, or they have stuff that is under 1700 attack, like let's say 1650 or something. You can hit, or if you like put a Dalga on it, you can just hit, and then because it can attack all of your opponent's monsters once each. So, you can just clear their board quick and then go in for a direct attack. So the main thing I want to talk about before I get into any other cards is the Air Knights or any other fairy, honestly, with Dagla. So my favorite combo in this deck to do is get an Air Knight on the board, equip it with a Dagla, and have Solemn Wishes on the board. Because, every time Air Knight does damage, to your opponent, you get to draw a card. So, and it does damage because of piercing as well. So, damage, draw a card, you get that LP for the damage that you do to your opponent, you draw a card again, you have a Solemn Wishes on the board, you get 500 more. So, this deck can get out of hand if it gives you the right hand at the beginning, honestly. So another new card in this deck is Dimensional Alchemist. You can remove the top card of your deck, and it gives 500 to this, so it's 1800 right off the bat. And it's a fairy, so you can equip it with Dalga as well, or Dagla, whatever you want to call it. And when this card is destroyed and sent from your side of the field to the graveyard, you can select 1 monster of your removed from play monsters and return it to your hand. So in the end, it also helps like any of the monsters that removed, or like if any of the cards removed from play from the top of your deck are monsters, you can take them back into your hand, so you get rid of the Dark Witch, and the Dimensional Alchemist gets destroyed somehow. You have a Dark Witch at least in your hand to use for later, or Air Knight, etc. Your main new card here is Guardian Angel Joanne. She is really good, honestly, in this deck. She's played pretty well so far that I've tested. 2800 attack. When this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, gain life points equal to the original attack of that destroyed monster in the graveyard. So, like I said, the LP gain in this deck is pretty insane if it plays right. Sometimes your hand can be really crap, and you can get 2 Dalgas, a Burning Land, and a Solemn Wishes, and you're kind of screwed. But you can get some damage and gain some LP your next turn. Especially if you draw into a fairy, you can gain 1,000 of it back, and you might get OTK'd if the deck doesn't play off right. This deck doesn't always work 100% of the time. So this isn't something I recommend playing a million times. I'm pretty sure it could reach pretty high ranking pretty well without worrying about too much. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to share this updated of the fairy deck so everybody can see how I'm playing it now. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, and this is how it looks now. So I'll see you on the next one, I hope.